Hey there, YouTube. Dr. G here. Listen, I want to come again to let you know that we wanted to share this message here on the Narcissistic Smear Campaign. Make sure that you hit subscribe and also hit the bell and hit like as well. And you'll know whenever I make these videos. Okay, let's get to it. Someone came to me some time ago and they said that the narcissist that was in my life had come to them and said some very, not horrible things, but some things that had them a little concerned. Needless to say, some things that would shape how they would see me. And immediately, I did not react the way that they expected me to, and they were absolutely shocked because I actually turned it on them by saying, listen, why was it that they were comfortable coming to you to talk about me? You've known me for many years. You've known me for decades. And how come it is that they were comfortable coming to you to talk about me? And then on top of that, why didn't you come to me as soon as you found out instead of allowing it to fester inside of you, in which they actually did? You let it fester inside of you and avoided this situation and avoided me. And then when we finally talked, then they let me know why they moved that way. It's because the narcissist who we both had a relationship with, a connection with, was able to poison them. You know, I wonder sometimes about people, especially Christians and church people, because I ask myself the question, out of all of these prophets and bishops and reverends and potentates and apostles and all these people that claim to have all of this authority in the spirit, that claim to have all of this insight, and God is hearing, they're hearing from God and they're talking to God every day. How come, as I said to the person, the Holy Spirit or our God, you say you hear from God every day, how come he didn't reveal that to you? How come he didn't let you know that this person was lying? And if you don't know that, then can I believe anything that you say? Should I respect your judgment on any matter? I'm even a person, even a normal person, sometimes even a person that doesn't even have any discernment can see through these things. But how come it is that first of all, that they felt comfortable coming and talking about me to you? Number two, how come you stood there and allowed them to get all of that out? Because you should have cut them off almost in the beginning. So you may not have known immediately that they were trying to smear, but after you realized after a little bit, you were supposed to pick up on that, and it was supposed to affect how you took them from that point, and you were supposed to be protecting me, at least by giving me the benefit of the doubt. Now, when people come to you, this is how you cover those to make sure that you're not an enabler in the smear campaign of a narcissist. Number one, and this is going to help, what I'm going to give you is going to reveal their hand. Number one, did you go to them? You ask them that question. Did you go to them and tell them how you feel? Number two, did you pray for them? Very important. Number three, why are you telling me this? What do you intend to accomplish by sharing this with me? And number four, let us go to them right now and pray for them or him or her together. If they refuse to do any of those, if they refuse to do any of those four things, just even one of them, their motive was not to benefit them. It was not to restore them. It was to poison them. And now you have become an enabler, and you're an associate of theirs, and you are helping them smear and probably destroy the life or destroy the reputation and the character of somebody who is unfairly not even there to defend themselves. Now, just in case you are the individual that's being smeared, I want to tell you how to react to it. do nothing until the time comes for you to be able to calmly explain yourself without an attack on them. Always be sympathetic or empathetic to them, and you approach it from the standpoint of, I don't know why they said that, but here is what's really going on. I'm sure they didn't mean to smear me. Even though you know they did mean to smear you, what you're doing is you're using wisdom, because sometimes you can be so intent on defending yourself that you actually make yourself look worse. The best thing I have found that you can do when you're in doubt about what to do next in these matters is to be silent, to be quiet about it. And when people bring it up, here's what you do, is you begin to say, you know what? Can we not talk about that right now? Let's talk about the future. That's the past, and I'm more interested in the future. When you begin to do this, you're going to alert the people that are around you that this person is trying to harm you, and that you are definitely not trying to harm them. And eventually, they're going to think that thing through. They're going to think it through. They know what they're doing. Their job is to try to poison individuals against you, because they know that if you succeed without them, that alone is going to be an indictment against them. So anybody that they feel that may be able to help you to still, remain successful, or even to increase in your success, or even to live a better life, they're going to do everything they can to do to try to poison them. Here's another thing you've got to be careful about. If you're dating somebody else, if you feel that the Lord is connecting you with another individual, and you connect with this individual, the worst thing you can do is get on Facebook or Instagram or somewhere and blast that. And here's the reason why. Because they're going to come behind you and do whatever they can do to try to poison even the person that you're with. And so if you know, like I know, you want to use wisdom, and you want to be sure and be careful not to share. First of all, share with who you're getting with that this might happen, so that they can already have be ready for a response to defend you, because you need that. Also, you need to not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. In these matters here, the best thing that you can do is keep as many people out of it as is possible. Don't get on Facebook and talk about it. Don't get on Instagram and talk about it. Don't give them the time of the day, because as you do know, the narcissist feeds off of that kind of attention. It's called supply. And even if it is negative attention, they like that. They like it. They like the fact that they can get you into an uproar. You want to harm a narcissist. I said narcissist. You want to harm a narcissist. The best way to do that is to internally and externally, even by making them aware of it through your actions, that they no longer matter to you. The minute that you can see them with someone else and it doesn't affect you, or the minute that you can, they can try their tactics of anger and trying to provoke you to anger, and it doesn't affect you on any level, I want you to know that they are now devastated because they are so prideful and heady that they could never believe. And they thought they had you, so that they could never believe that you could actually go on without them. Now, you knew that they could, because most of the time the narcissists leave. They say the narcissist leaves their partner, between a minimum of 8 times, or up to 8 times. In my case, it was 13 times. Oh boy, the last time I disconnected. And when the narcissist realizes that they can no longer manipulate you and that you're pretty much had it with the relationship, now they've got to try to come out looking like the villain. So they've got to go and smear you in the eyes of people before, smear you in the eyes of people before you have an opportunity to be able to share it. Now, mind you, you don't even care what they say. You don't even care what they feel. Your desire is not to smear them because you really are not giving them the thought. You're not even thinking about one of their what they're doing. Your mind is not on them, but I promise you, they're thinking about you while they're getting with whoever it is that they're going to get with next, and they're not faithful. They're connecting with other individuals that you have no idea about. Look, that narcissist spirit doesn't want you, but doesn't want anybody else to have you. And when they realize that you have caught on to their game and you're moving on, they're going to have a problem with you. So they're going to do everything they can do to smear you. What do? You get your revenge by forgetting what they think about it, don't care what they think. Don't care what anybody thinks about what they said about you. Anybody that believed them and took their word over yours and didn't even give you an opportunity to explain, get rid of them. Don't waste any time. Get rid of them. You block them on Facebook. You block their number. Those are not friends that you want in your life. They never were your real friends, or they would have never allowed them to do this to you, and you move on with your life, and that includes the narcissist. Now, you already know the narcissist never, ever actually fully discards you. They discard you, but they will keep coming back, and they like to keep you kind of in a harem, kind of keep your number in their book. When you're really ready, you're done with them, okay? And they'll eventually get it, but you don't. I try to tell you, you're not even ready for the devastation. They will go to any length to try to regain a connection with you, even if it boils down to public outbursts, appearances, and even down to stalking. Let that be known. Look, I've got more to say, but not now. Hit the subscribe button, right? Then hit the bell so you can get this message or know when I'm getting ready to do this every time I come. I love you. I'm not a professional at this. I'm just a preacher and a man, and I've been through hell, and I've been through some stuff. And what I'm saying to you, I know by experience. Hope you and your family be blessed. And look, stay away from these crazy people. Live your best life right now, and don't worry about what people think.